I never knew how strong I'd have to be until I had to do it without you. So many people reach out and they say, oh, you're so strong, I could never do this, or you're so strong, you know, and I know they mean it as a compliment, but the reality is, I'm not strong. I'm not strong at all. Every day I feel weak, I feel physically ill. If you're grieving or grieving someone that's very special to you, I'm sure you can relate with that feeling. That grief isn't just tears, it's a physical grief of pits in your stomach and knots in your stomach and an overall ache that you cannot describe. So when my body doesn't physically cry, my eyes physically don't cry, my whole body cries out because of that grief. And people are like, oh, you're so strong. No, friend, I'm not strong. I didn't have a choice. I didn't have a choice. Now, I didn't have a choice in my situation. I didn't have a choice in my story. And this may not be the story that I want, friend, but I do have a choice to fight for the healing. And so I try as much as I can to stand up every day and fight against the feeling of grief that I have. And it's not this denial. It's just learning how to walk with grief, learning how to know that grief will always be a part of me and how it shouldn't define me, but it's going to be part of my everyday. And so, friend, I'm not strong. I'm trying to be, but his strength is made perfect in my weakness, and that I know. And so whenever I am weak, which is every minute of the day, I remember his strength is made perfect in my weakness. And I call out on him and I say, okay, Lord, I don't know how I'm going to make it today. I don't know how I'm going to get out of bed today. I don't know how I'm ever going to get sleep tonight. I don't know how I'm ever going to make the next step. But God, you hold my story. You hold the rest of my purpose here on this earth. Until I go home to my heavenly home, you have all of my days ordained on what you want me to do. And I hope and pray that I walk and fulfill those with your purpose. I am not strong. Any sort of strength that you see is his strength working through my weakness. I'm making my fall drink. I've got a little bit of a scratchy throat. I need to double up in some elderberry today. My kids had strep last week. It's just going around like crazy. And I know when you are under immense amounts of grief, your immune system's just really shot. And so I'm doing all that I can to kind of keep up with that. But it says, with God, all things are possible. It's my new fall collection. With God, all things are possible. So when I feel like I don't have the strength to take the next step, with God, all things are possible. And that's your encouragement today too. I don't know what valley you're walking through. Maybe you're on a mountaintop. Man, how amazing. Enjoy it, embrace it. But life's all about mountaintops and valleys. The deeper the valley, the higher the mountaintop. So if you're the deepest of valleys today, be encouraged that you have the highest of mountaintops coming, even though it feels like, what? How is that even possible? With God, all things are possible.